Hello everybody, Marlene, aka Snow Gardener 307. Well, we are here for a confession today. We are here for some happy mail today, and we are here for savings challenges. I have not talked to you guys about expenses for this month so far as what I've spent, and I have been out of town a few times, and I have planned the next vacay, so the spending is out of control. All right, let's go ahead and hop into this.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Go ahead and start off with our confessing. There has been so much spending that has been happening. I truly believe some of this is emotional spending, but also it's just the time of life because at the beginning of the month, I was out of town for my stepfather's funeral, so I spent money there. May, I always buy flowers, so I bought flowers. I did a girls' trip to Kentucky already this month. And then we unexpectedly decided to take a trip to the UK. And this is because of my son Peyton. So I'm going to travel with my son Peyton to the UK. And then my friend Carol, who I went to see in Kentucky, is going to fly across and she's going to hang out with me. And Peyton is going to hang out with a friend who lives in Wales. So it should be a good time, but you guys are going to see a lot of spending in here. So we've got the weekly spending. This, of course, comes in the budget kit if you are interested. And so I have some notes for the beginning of the month. So the first note is, no more Snow Gardener 307 business expenditures tracked with personal. That's not going to be tracked in this anymore. My business expenses are going to be tracked in their own binder. It's going to go on my brand new channel, Marlene, aka Snow Gardener 307. Still no content there, but it will be coming. And so things and stuff about this month's trip. So girls' trip to Kentucky. Flower time, meaning I buy my flowers. Planned trip to UK. That was unexpected, you guys. And then also, like I said, the funeral. My goals are to stay in grocery and food budget, even with extra travel. I can tell you this goal right here that I said at the beginning of the month, that's already blown. So, spoiler alert, I should have said. So on the next page, we have got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday's expenditures. And you'll notice that right here, I've got the acronym RS plus SLC. This means that I was in a different town in Wyoming and I went to Salt Lake City. This was for my stepdad's funeral. So here are the expenditures. Like I said, out of town on Thursday and Friday, so you can see the spending there. I had to get gas in my car to go to Utah. And my cousin and I, we stopped at Smith's and grabbed some flowers for the gravesite. And so we spent $38.61 on that. And then I've got two food expenditures here. Olive Garden was lunch right after the funeral. This was my cousin, my son, and I. We went to Olive Garden. And then later that night, I took some other cousins along with my son to Applebee's. So $136.84, $80. That was just funeral expenses is what I have it, as. And then on Friday, I decided to go back to the eye doctor. And so my glasses that I got in October, not working amazing. The prescription is not quite right. And so I went ahead and got a new exam done. And I also bought contacts. And so that was $418.22. And then I took my old glasses, which are on my face right now. So if you guys notice that I have different glasses on, I do. I took my old glasses along with my sunglasses and had them put new lenses in them. And the reason why they're my old glasses is because, of course, I needed my current glasses to be able to see. And then I had Chick-fil-A. It was yummy and delicious, but so expensive. This was just for me, $14.02. This included a sandwich, mac and cheese, and a frozen lemonade, 10,000 calories of deliciousness. And then I had Maverick, $25 for car. That's obviously fuel coming home. And then I had also grabbed something else at Maverick to eat on the way home. Then on Saturday, I went to my local grocery store. So I'm back home here, $17.67. I spent these on flowers. I went up and visited my friend's grave because his headstone was placed. So I spent some time up there. And we have one no spend right there on Sunday. So I spent quite a bit of money, you guys, $1,851.86. And I just realized that the next two pages I didn't add up. So we don't have them added up at all. We're going to just stick with this view right here, which is just the half page, right? And so this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I went out of town on Monday, came home, went out of town the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. So I was only actually home on the 11th. So on Monday night when I got home, I got myself dinner. $23.35 is what my dinner was. When I was out of town, I picked up a few things at Walmart for $17.74. I went to get some fuel in my car, and then I took my son out to eat for $58.68. And then on Tuesday, before I left town, I went ahead and got a new title for my son's truck. It got lost in the mail, so that was $17. And then we drove up to Jackson, only to find out our flight was delayed. Dallas, you guys, Dallas for me is like, holy cow, why do I travel through Dallas? Well, I'll tell you why I travel through Dallas, because I put everything on my American Airlines card, and then of course I get free miles, I get free airline tickets, I get free bags, all that stuff. But anyway, we were delayed, and because we were delayed, we're like, let's go out to breakfast. So this was 4 of us. This was my father-in-law, my sister-in-law, my friend Jennifer, and I. So $70.51 for breakfast. And then on Wednesday, we went and did some touristy things. We went to some fine art galleries, stuff like that. I bought myself a Christmas ornament from an artist for $36.04. We went to Graders. I had only had Graders one other time, and that was several years ago when Bridger and I took a road trip back east when his brother was stationed at Quantico. And so we had hit Graders on that trip, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. So as soon as my friend Carol mentioned that there was Graders, I said, yes, please. So this is for 4 of us for ice cream, $38.47. So I went ahead and paid for that. And then we're going to go ahead and flip it over. We're going to see some more spending, and Ozzy is trying to tip over there. And so on Thursday, we went to Twin Peaks and had dinner. And this was actually higher, but Jennifer bought most of it. And so $33.59. And then at the Kentucky Horse Museum, is that what it was called? I don't know, but it was beautiful there. I bought a couple souvenirs from there, so $32.61. And then we also went to the Lexington Brewery, and this was so much fun. It was a brewery and a distillery. It was a great tour. I am not a big bourbon person, and of course, Kentucky is known for bourbon. I learned a ton of stuff about bourbon, and I ended up buying one bottle of alcohol, I guess I should have said. And it was not bourbon. My husband likes bourbon. He likes whiskey and stuff, but he's got plenty. And I ended up buying a rhubarb gin that this distillery, the mother parent of whatever, does it, I believe over in Europe somewhere. And it was delicious. So I bought that. And then we came home on Saturday. And so we had lunch when we got back. This is always something I do for my father-in-law because he takes us up there, brings us back. So I bought this, $105.23. And in the airport that morning, got Starbucks, got my favorite chai. I know it's going to go away. That iced cherry chai is delicious. And then on Sunday, went to the brewery with Shannon, had some drinks, some stuff like that. So it was $85.36. Now, I did not add these up, you guys. So let me add these 2 pages up, and then I'll bring you right back. So the total for this week was $656.68. And I did have money set aside for my girls' trip. So not too bad for being out of town 6 out of 7 days. And then we're going to flip the page. And I actually messed up and wrote stuff on the wrong boxes, but I didn't redo them. So we've got Monday right here. This is Monday the 12th. And then this right here is actually Friday and Saturday. Because like I said, I messed up. And I am afraid to add this week up. Because it's so high, you guys. All right, so for Monday, we started off strong. We spent $900 with American Airlines. This is part of Future Christmas. So this is going to be Christmas for this year. So $900. I also got, I forgot to put over here. I went out of town. So I went to Utah again. And so we have a couple fuels, right? So Maverick 5086. And you know what? Actually, I can cross that one out because I was thinking, why did I get gas twice? I did not. I stopped and bought something for my cousin. She paid me back. So disregard that. Then we've got Pilot 3405 for my car. That was my fuel. Before I left, I took Julia and Peyton out to eat at Cafe Rio for $32.92. And I stopped at Uptown Cheapskate when I got there on Monday. And I got a pair of shorts, 4 shirts, as rooftop, maybe you would call it. And it's brand new, and what it cost brand new was just a sin, right? I think it was like $250 brand new. I got it for $40. So super excited. I am short, so I'm probably going to have to do some altering on that or find somebody too. So I spent $95.78 on clothes, had so much fun. Now I know we're out of order, but Friday and Saturday were no spends. So this is not too bad, right? So, but we do have that 900, 3405, 3292. Oops, I messed up already. 93405, 3292, and 95.78. So we're already over $1,000 for the first day. And then we flip it over, and this is Tuesday, Wednesday. So I was in Utah this day. I was home this day, but working on something. So I stopped at Crumble. I haven't had Crumble in a long time, and I got myself some of the little minis, but I also wanted to bring my sister-in-law and niece a cookie along with my in-laws. So 23.13. Then I got flowers at the big Smith's Marketplace that has a garden center, $542.28. This did include a couple nice big planters as well. Starbucks, $7.98. I know, surprise, surprise. An iced cherry chai. Maverick for gas, $24.41. And I apparently was craving all of the crap food. So Chick-fil-A, I got the little chicken minis for $5.14. For lunch, I got Wiener Schnitzel. I got a chili cheese dog. Chili cheese dog, and I feel like that was it. Why was it $7.78? Did I get a drink? I must have got a drink. I think I did get a drink. And then on my way home, I got our Arctic Circle French fries. So fabulous eating there for $4.03. Arctic Circle's French fries are the best. I got them in a little town called Kimmer, Wyoming. Yum, yum. Their fry sauce delish. So that is that day. Then on Wednesday, I was home. The pets had to go back to the vet again. So I spent $411.33 at the vet. And then I went grocery shopping for $69.33. Sounds good, right? And then we blow everything up. We blow it up. Because Peyton had told me when I was in Kentucky, he really wanted to go to the UK to see a friend. And I was a little bit nervous about letting my 20-year-old, not letting, he's an adult, he can do whatever he wants, but you know, he's still my son. I was a little bit nervous about him traveling abroad for the first time by himself. And I kind of joked around and asked my friend Carol, who I went to see in Kentucky, if she wanted to go to the UK with me, wanted to go to Wales with me, because we were already talking about a girls' trip. She's like, I don't know, let me think about it. And then I asked Peyton, and I talked to my husband about it. And all of a sudden, Carol, Peyton, and I are going to the UK. So we had a lot of planning to do, and that's in July, so it's not too far away. So first of all, just in case you didn't know, you have to get an ETA from the UK in order to be able to travel there. It is not considered a visa, but it is similar. $21.99 for those. So Peyton and I both got our ETA for the UK on Wednesday. No problem there. And then we needed 5 nights hotel in Wales and 1 night in London. We're flying into London, taking the train to the town in Wales that we're going to, and then back. And so I am paying for myself. Peyton is paying for himself, and Carol is paying for herself. So my cost of the 5 nights at the hotel in Wales was $469.46. This is the room for London. I did go ahead and pick up Peyton's part on this because I picked a kind of expensive room in London, and Carol was okay with it. She's like, just do it. So this is mine and Peyton's portion, $404.93. Then I got travel insurance for $176. Of course, Peyton's ETA there. Then we have to get from the airport to the train station because we're going to take a train, like I said, from London to Wales. And so for the Heathrow Express is $40.09. That was for 3 of us. And then this is my plane ticket right here, $1,066.91. I was pretty happy with that. What do you guys think about that? So big day. We still have train tickets to get. We need 1 more Heathrow Express as well. And then Saturday and Sunday, no spend. I spent so much money in 2 days that I couldn't bring myself, or actually 3 days, I couldn't bring myself to spend any more money for the next 4 days. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all no expense. So for the entire month, that is 5 no spends. So not great. Let's go ahead and add the rest of these in, and I'll be right back. So our total for this week, oh, I laugh because if not, I'd probably cry, right? $4,359.53. Now, if you watched my last video where I went through all of our sinking funds and such, I explained that there was more money in there because my stepfather had passed away. And so if I did not have the extra money for my stepfather passing away, I would not be going to the UK. I can tell you guys that. So that is why I allowed myself to go with my son. We're going to make some amazing memories. It's going to be a wonderful time. But this is not something that I normally do. If you've watched my channel for the last 5 years, you know that while we do travel and we do scuba dive usually a couple times a year, this is definitely on the unusual. Now, it's what I would like for life to be like in the future if I can, when we become totally debt-free, don't have a house payment, when we're putting a ton of money into investing, and of course have a large amount that we're putting into our giving fund. This is what I would like life to look like. But so we've spent a lot of money so far this month. And that's why I said it is a true confession. And Bridger is not going with me to the UK. I'm very sad. I have been to the UK before. I've been to London. I've been to Paris. Also over there, I've been to Austria, to Salzburg. Amazing trips. Those were all Pampered Chef trips. All right, so now let's go ahead and do our mail, shall we? Some of these, I believe, are for my subscriptions. The first one that we have is Danny. And of course, it says, thank you for being a part of my mob. And this is Craft Co. Budgets. So let's take a look at what Danny has sent this time. Now, she has been doing a bingo thing. I showed that to you guys before, and because my life has been so hectic, I haven't been able to do it. But let's take a look and see what we've got here. Passport to travel savings. Save $250 plus. Oh, I like this. This is awesome. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3. Oh, let's read this right here. It says, surprise, it's my birthday, so everyone gets a present. Thank you for being a member of my mob. I appreciate you more than you know, Danny. Okay. And let's see how to play. Pick any boarding pass challenge. Scratch an icon, save the amount scratched. Find the matching icon in your passport. You will save what you scratched and the amount in your passport. You can ×2, double your scratch off, and this one equals a roll and save. So roll and save there. Here's the ×2, these other ones. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. It says, of course, you can make this challenge your own. Happy savings. And look at these cute little boarding passes that she's done. How fun is that? And they all are a little bit different, and they've got little things cut out of them. Oh my goodness, she is so creative. Oh, look at this. I love it, Danny. Especially since I was just talking about traveling. Apparently, this is one of the next savings challenges that I should do. That is amazing, Danny. I'm not sure if that's available on her Etsy or not, but absolutely amazing. Then we've got Candy. And this is our challenge here for being one of her cuties. So let's take a look and see what we've got here. I always tell her to surprise me, so I never know what challenges I'm going to get because I love being surprised. All right, let's take a look. We've got a cute little seahorse here. And, oh, look at how pretty that is. I like that one. And, of course, this is Candy from Stuff and Budget. Beautiful as always. Such beautiful colors on that one. And then we have got Lori. This is my friend Lori. Let's see what we've got here. Let's take a look and see. Wherever a beautiful soul has been, there's a trail of beautiful memories. And this is a condolence card for my stepfather. So thank you so much, Lori. Very, very sweet of you to send me that card. And then we've got my friend Kimberly as well. And let's take a look. Ooh, look at the daffodils. How pretty are those? Did she make this card? It sure does look like it. Aw, and this is also a condolence card. This is a photo of daffodils. I love it. And happy days to come. Thank you. Good luck. And then we've got her little thing of stickers that she sent. So thank you, Kimberly. Really appreciate that. And then I've got a box. And it's from Moontide Creations. I did not order it, you guys, so I don't know what it is. Let's take a look. Hopefully it's appropriate. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what it is. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. All right. I'm hoping there's a note in here because I don't know anything about this. And, okay, it says, thank you for shopping small. But I most certainly, like I said, I did not purchase anything. Well, it's wrapped very well. Oh, it's a little Christmas gnome. Oh, it's a cup. Okay, I definitely didn't order this, so somebody ordered it for me, or Moontide Creation sent it to me, and I'm assuming this is a lid. Oh, Ozzy. Ozzy keeps falling off of Fred Jr. Okay, and it's got the lid, and it's got the glass straws. I'm impressed those make it. But look at how cute. Christmas gnomes. Oh my goodness, that's very cool. Okay, it says, glass cup care, made with lots of love. Please handle with care. Do not soak or scrub. Keep out of the reach of children. Do not microwave. Not dishwasher safe. Dry bamboo lid after washing. Thank you for your love and support, Moontide Creations. And there's some cute little stickers here. And then I'll show you guys the cup. Be kind. How cute. Yeah, I did not order this, so somebody must have ordered it for me and sent it to me. Ooh, gotta be careful. How cute is that? Now, you guys, this is like raised up. It's not just like, I don't know if those are stickers or if that's part of the glass. I don't know, but it is absolutely beautiful. And it came with the 2 different straws and the cleaner. How awesome is that? That would be great with the cup of like iced chai or something like that. I love it. I can't tell. I don't want to pull or push too much or anything, but so fun. So Moontide Creations. I'm going to move this off my desk. I don't want to break anything, and then I'll be right back. How much fun was that, Happy Mail? That was some awesome Happy Mail. And lots of surprises in there. So thank you to everybody that sent me Happy Mail. Now we're going to go ahead and do our savings challenges. And so we're going to go ahead and play we're just going to do 2 rounds of Shut the Box. So let's grab some dice. We're going to use these big dice right here. I have started cleaning out my parents' house very, very slowly because it is in probate. So it's probably going to be a year. And I found these dice in my mom's dresser. And they're from Hotel Aladdin. So they're craps dice. And I figure, what the heck? Let's start using these on YouTube. And it will make me smile and think of my mom every time we do. Hopefully you guys can see them. I know they're clear. I know they're not the best. But they are a little bit bigger. So let me know what you guys think. All right. So Shut the Box. We're going to play it twice. Green is what we roll. Purple is what we don't roll. Let's see how much we can save today. And we got a 9. Ooh, I forgot to say no whammies, no whammies, big bucks, big bucks. And we got a 6. I do like these. Ooh, that was the whammy. Oh, no more whammies, no more whammies. And a 7. Okay, no whammies, no whammies. And an 11, so we can go 8 and 3. Whew, looking better. So we've got 4, 5, and 1. And we got a 10. Now, if we were not following Renee's rules and we were following the Shut the Box rules, we would have just shut the box because you could use 3 numbers on the actual game. But when you read Renee's rules up here, she tells you, you can only use 2 numbers. So we follow the rules for that one. So $10. All right, no whammies, no whammies, big bucks. We got I almost said a 7, but that is definitely a 6. There's the whammy. No more whammies. Oh gosh, you guys, if we might run out of money. Whew, 7. I saw that one and I was like, no! Okay, an 11. So we can do 8 and 3. Okay, whew. I hate it when 2 is already filled. And we got a 6, so we can do a 5 and a 1. All right, so we've got a 9 and a 4. A 9 and a 4 right here. And we got a 6. So we've got to save $13 more. So we've got 9 and 4 for 13. We're going to go ahead and grab this, put this 10 back, and grab 3 ones. 1, 2, and 3. And this is all going to my car sinking fund. That is what I decided I wanted to do Shut the Box for. Something a little bit different. So let's put this in Shut the Box. And the next time we do savings challenges, I'll try to remember to do some of the other ones as well. I only grabbed $120 for savings challenges today. And so we're going to go ahead and do this game Trips. I think I'm doing it right, but don't ever listen to me because I mess up all the time. So we need 3 D6 dice. We're just going to do it right here on the table. Let's see if we can do it this way. And we are looking for 3s. So we have 5 rolls and we're looking for 3s. Okay, so there's 1 3. No 3s there. 1 3 there. No threes there. And 1 3 there. So $3 is what we're saving. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do 4s. Let's shoot for 4s. Ooh, we got 1 4. No 4s. No 4s. 1 4. And no 4s. So $2. So we're going to go ahead and save $5. 5 buckaroos for that. We'll add that into our Dicetropolis. Like I said, I think I'm playing that right, but who knows? Drew is always like saying, I was yelling at you. You were doing it wrong. Okay, now here is Bring Me Flowers from Janelle Ray Budgets. We need our heads or tails, our D6. I'm going to keep using this one for our roll and saves. We have finished a couple challenges, so if we run across those while we're going through this, we just pick a different challenge. We've got a good chunk of money here. Everything 1 to 8 goes into my emergency fund. 9 is something for Mr. Snow Gardener, and no, we haven't talked about 9. 10 is for Mr. Snow Gardener. 9, I went ahead and put a brand new sticklet in here. This is for May, and it's got a little coffee thing in here. So I'm saying that each one is $2, and every time we do it, we're going to fill it twice. This is Marlene's chai tea fund. She's going to be traveling to the UK. You better believe she's going to be getting some more of those iced chais. So she's going to need a chai fund. So that's what I decided on those. And since 9 and 10 are more fun related, I can only roll them once a video. All right, so we got 7 in heads. So 7 in heads is already done. Let's go to the back. All right, we're going to do this, and we are going to fill it twice. There are a lot on this challenge, so I've decided that we're going to roll a die twice. So we've got a 5, and we're going to color that in, and then we're going to roll again. I probably should be doing more than that because there's a lot of dice on there, and another 5. All right, so the rules say that for a 5, it's $2, but when you get a maraca, I said I would save $5, so that is $7. So 5, 6, and 7. All righty, we're off to a strong start. We got 4 and heads. So 4 and heads. I doubt those had enough time to dry, so I'm probably making a mess all over that other challenge. $2. $2 for this one. So $2, 1 and 2. And we've got 4 in heads. We're going to do a roll and save. And we got $5 more. $5. And we got 6 in heads. So 6 in heads. And all we can do on this one now is a roll and save. So $2 there. 1 and 2. And we've got 1 in tails. There's a lot to do on 1 in tails. Look at how much is still on there. $4 for that one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we've got 7 and heads, which is done. So we're going to do tails, and that's fine because you guys know we've got lots. I want to change. I want a different color. Let's do a green. Let's do this teal green here. Okay, we're going to roll the dice twice. So we got a 6 and we got a 5. And if you look, they each have maracas on them. So 6 and a 5. So we're going to put $10 in here. This is going to be a big challenge. So $10 there. Doesn't look like I made a mess with the ones that I just colored. Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably not a big deal, right, you guys? We got 6 in tails. 6 in tails is all done. So we're going to do 6 in heads. And that is $1 whole dollar. As I always say, every dollar counts because it really does. Every dollar that you put towards your goals really adds up. Okay, so for these ones right here, we are doing, so this is going to be $4. And you see I wrote coffee, but if you know me, you know I don't drink coffee. And if you look, it is a cup of tea. So $4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I mean, that's not even enough for Starbucks. All right, so $4 there. And we've got 2 in tails. 2 in tails, which is $2. And number 3 is already done. So that money is already in the emergency save. Super excited about that. And we've got 7 and heads. I feel like we've been rolling 7 and heads a lot. All right. Get out of there. 6 again. And 6. So we've got 2 6s. We're going to grab a blue. And so we've got 5. And that 6 is actually only $1. But since there's a maraca here, that's 5. Plus this one is 1. So $6 going into that one. 5 and 6. All right. And we got 4 and tails. 4 and tails. Let's go ahead and scratch. $5 more. Okay. And let's see. Can we get something we haven't rolled? Okay, so that's 10. So now 10 and 9 are done. So this is from Champagne, and it's the cute challenge. Don't forget, right? Note to self. Be nice to yourself, right? How many of us are so mean to ourselves? We're just, sometimes we're a little bit rough on ourselves. $3 for that. Okay, so 9 and 10. If they come up again, we have to pick something else. So 7 and tails. We're loving these dice, aren't we? So 5 and a 1. Okay, we're going to go with a yellow. So a 1 is $2. And a 5 is $2. So $4 more going in there. But let's see what we've got here. $4 more. We're going to do that and put a 5 back and grab a 10. Just to make our life a little bit easier. 3 and tails. So 3 is done. I want to look. Is there anything else that's close to being done? That's not close. That's not close. This one's kind of close. This one's the closest. Okay, we're going to do a roll and save. So $2. So 6 and heads is what we want to finish out if we can, if the dice allow us to. And we got 10, which means we've already rolled that. So let's do 6 and heads. And we got $3. So let's put those $2 back and grab a 5. And the back of 6 is already done. So this means that 6 is now done. 6 and 3 are done. And that's pretty dang good, you guys. $48. So let's go ahead and put this on our sticky note so that we can add it into our emergency save. So number 6 heads, 48. Going into our emergency fund. If you missed my last video where I went through the sinking funds, you should probably go back and check that out because I was so happy with where we were at. So happy. All right, 9 we've already done. Let's go back to, let's do 2 because there's so many. $2. We haven't rolled very many 2s. And we got 1 in tails. Let's go ahead and let's do a roll and save. $2. 1 and 2. And we have got 3, which is already done. Let's do the back of 1 again. $6 there. So we've got 5 and 6. All right. And we've got 5 and tails. So 5 and tails is a roll and save. We got 6, 5 and 6. And what is that? 9. We've already done 9. So let's take a look. Let's do some more dice. There's so many dice, you guys. We need a different color too. So 1 and 4. So 1 is $2. And 4 has a maraca. So that's $5 because I selected 5 because I didn't realize how many were on there. So $5, $6, $7 is what I need. What do we have here? Of course not. Of course we don't have the right change. All right, I'm just going to buy 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And grab that 5 just to make life easier. Okay. And so what did I say we needed? What did we roll? A 1? Oh, yeah. A 1 and a 4. 2, 7. I don't know what we rolled, you guys. A 1 and a 4. 5, 7. Is that what we rolled? I think so. I think that's what we rolled. But why did I need to get those ones then? Oh, goodness, you guys. 2, 3, We're going to throw in $7. Like I said, I don't know why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doing what I did didn't help. That didn't help. All right. But what will help is trading that 10 in for 2 5s. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, so 5, 6, and 7. Is that right? Is that right, you guys? Did we do that right? I don't know. Oh, well. Okay, so we've got enough for another roll. Let's see what we could do. We've got 7 and heads, which is all done. We're going to roll dice again. Oh, goodness. Oh, all right. Let's grab a different blue marker out. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready? 2 dice. So we've got a 5, which is $2. I should probably grab that. 1 and 2. And we got a 6, which is $1. And 5s are all done. $3. So we've got 6 left. We're gonna press our luck and roll again. And we got 1 in tails. All right, so let's go ahead and roll. I have no idea what's under the scratch offs, but I know I can't get any more than $6 rolling that. 4. I don't think it went in, but it's okay. $4. So we're going to grab a 5, put this one back. The extras always go into the very back, into Bridger. It's not always Bridger, but number 10 is always the catch-all. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our emergency fund because we're going to be adding $48 into it. I also added some other money into it as well. So let me grab my binder, go to the emergency fund, see where we're at. There it is. Okay. And so I'm trying to remember if there was other money that I had to add in here. So number 6, heads. And today is the 20th. I feel like there is. And let me look really quick right up here. See what I've got. Yes. I had finished number 7 yesterday. Heads. That was 519 plus 39. All right. Mr. Casio, where did I put you? There you are. All right. So we're at 36212 plus 48. So 36260 plus 39. 36299. And my new goal is $50,000. And so I have said that I need 13,964 by June of next year. I didn't want to set it too short because of course it's May right now. And that's over $1,000 a month to go into the emergency fund. So I believe it's doable. I hope that we get it done sooner before that. But that is what the goal is now. All right, you guys, that's it for me today. I'm going to go ahead and do a cash exchange really quick if you want to stick around for it. If not, I understand. Marlene is a little bit wild and crazy sometimes, and you can only take so much of her gabbing. But I appreciate you guys being here. And until I see you guys next time, remember to keep on smiling. Bye, everybody.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.